Zeke catching Eren's head was one of the most iconic moments in the series, not just because of what followed, but because it was the payoff to everything that happened in Season 4. The battle in Liberio, the scheming of Yelena and the Jaegerist, Zeke's battle with Levi, and the final battle in Shiganshina. All of this just so Eren and Zeke could make contact. And in the battle of Shiganshina, the brothers found themselves fighting Marley's entire invasion force just to make contact. And in this moment, neither of them had any more hands to play. Zeke was wounded and couldn't move. Eren was running on foot in a battlefield littered with titans and bullets when Gabi took aim at Eren and blew his head off. It was a miracle that Eren's head landed near Zeke. But what if they were unlucky? What if Eren's head landed someplace else? How does the rest of the battle play out? What becomes of Zeke? And does Paradis survive the invasion? I am the Nen Hunter, and I'll answer those questions and more. First, we have to look at the state of the battlefield moments before and after Eren's head got sniped off, as this will be the starting point for this what if. Pieck was battling Armin and Mikasa. Armin had a thunder spear locked and loaded, and Mikasa was preparing an attack herself. Originally, the walls collapsing prematurely ended the battle, and while this was happening, Jean and Connie were hovering above Reiner. Originally, they grabbed Falco before retreating, and they were free to do so because Reiner was racing to protect Gabi from the collapsing walls. But without the rumbling, it'll instead be a race to secure Falco. Zeke is too exhausted to do anything, so he'll remain in place. And lastly, Gabi got knocked back by the gun's recoil, but she'll quickly get up, and after she witnessed Zeke titanize Falco and get Colt killed, we know who her next target is. Now let's cover the first few moments following Eren's death. Gabi reloads her gun and fires a bullet into Zeke's skull, instantly killing Zeke and causing his titans to attack everybody. Jean and Connie are stunned by Eren's death, but they make the quick decision to retrieve both Falco and Eren's dead body. Reiner tries to stop them, but they fire their remaining thunder spears at him to bring him down. The pair also kill Gabi impulsively, as this is the second close friend she shot and killed in front of them. But as they retreat, they begin freaking out over the fact that they killed a child. When Reiner gets up, he sees Gabi's dead body, which causes his mind to break, as everyone else died except him. He picks up Gabi's and Zeke's dead body and limps towards Pieck's position. We see that his titan isn't healing, showing us that he's lost the will to live again. Armin fires a thunder spear at Pieck, but she leaps to the side to dodge it before lunging at Mikasa. Mikasa spins around Pieck's arm before slicing the fingers off her hand. This injury causes Pieck to reassess her position and retreat. She can't die pointlessly when Zeke and Eren are about to make contact. As soon as she lands, she rushes to grab Magath before racing towards Zeke. Floch pulls himself up and he joins Armin and Mikasa in their pursuit. This covers the initial moments following Eren's death. Everything that comes after is decided by how decimated Marley's invasion force is. Their ground troops were all but wiped out by Zeke's titans, and the majority of their airships were destroyed by Zeke himself. After suffering such heavy losses, Marley can't sustain their assault for much longer. But until news of Eren's death reaches Magath, they'll continue fighting. Pieck spots the armored titan and races towards it. When she reaches it, Reiner exits the titan and tells her what happened, and he drops Gabi and Zeke's dead body on the cart titan right beside Magath. Magath maintains his composure over Gabi's death. He declares that they've achieved their objectives, so they'll fall back. Reiner protests over leaving Falco behind, but Magath states that he can't sacrifice all of Marley's armed forces just for the Jaw Titan. They must fall back to the mainland to replenish their forces. They'll be back again when the global alliance is ready. Pieck's hands heal, and she carries Magath and Reiner away, just as Mikasa, Armin, and Floch were approaching. A few moments later, they're met by Jean and Connie, and they see Eren's dead body. This causes Floch's spirit to break, and sends Mikasa into a depression. The group goes quiet. No one says a word, as each one rationalizes Eren's death and the island's eventual destruction. And in the distance, we see Marley's airships beginning to retreat. retreat. Magath orders Eren and Zeke's death be kept confidential to prevent other nations from racing to find the Founding Titan. Marley declares to the world that they've captured the Founding Titan, while secretly they order mass surveillance and testing on all Eldian newborns. For the next 6 months, Marley focuses on regenerating its forces and finding the Founding Titan. Within the island, society is collapsing. The Jaegerists had overthrown the government and installed themselves in its place, but now their movement is fracturing over Eren's death. If an ideology worships someone as a savior, and said savior dies without accomplishing anything, the ideology either collapses or reinterprets their past beliefs to cope with their savior's demise. The Jaegerists replaced their devotion to Eren with a devotion to the Founding Titan, as the Founding Titan was their real savior, not Eren. The Jaegerists began a mass push to fortify the island, conscript every able-bodied person, and to investigate every Eldian baby born at the moment or shortly after Eren's death. Floch takes the Jaw Titan for himself. He uses it to shatter Ani's crystals, and the Jaegerists force Historia to inherit the female Titan. This is so if the Founding Titan is found, they could quickly activate the rumbling, and in the meantime, Historia could control Titans born from her spinal fluid. After 6 months, the Global Alliance invades Paradis. They land unopposed and slowly push towards the walls. They face stiff resistance at Shiganshina from a combination of the Jaegerist forces and the Jaw and Colossal Titan. Historia takes part in the battle as well, commanding a horde of Titans. This gives Paradis the advantage at first, but once the Global Alliance's airships begin their bombardment, the forces of Paradis are wiped out. Without Zeke's Beast Titan, there is no answer to the Global Alliance's air power. Armin, Floch, and Historia are captured, and the Alliance races towards Walsina, destroying everything in their path. Remember, the Global Alliance was planning a scorched earth campaign, so by the time they declare victory, all that's left is rubble and corpses. But soon after declaring victory, the Global Alliance fractures over control of Paradis' natural resources. Marley takes part in the ensuing conflicts, but their main priority is recovering the Founding Titan and increasing their number of royal-blooded Eldians now that they've captured Historia. What do you guys think? Was this scenario too bleak? Do you guys think Paradis could still win if Eren died? Leave your comments below, and I'll see you next time.